Good morning and happy Monday. Lord have mercy. It's another windy. Gosh. Put my hand up like this. Maybe that'll protect the speaker from the wind. I put on my toque. My toque to protect my hair. Bernie asked me the other day, where's your toque? And I had to sit there and think, what's a toque? And I kept thinking and I was like, oh, that's what they call a toboggan. They meaning Canada. I think other places do too, but yeah, it took me a minute to figure out what a toque was. My first thought was toke, and then my second thought was marijuana, and I was like, why is he asking me that? Oh gosh, y'all. Okay, so this same time last year, I posted a video about the birds on my front porch trying to decease me. And today, Penny almost got one. We came out the front door instead of the side door. Y'all, 2 birds. I mean, like, right here. But they swooped right down in front of Penny. And if I hadn't locked down on this thing, should have had a bird, because it was right across her face. I was like, okay, I'm awake. Yeah, we're awake now. Holy moly. Tried to dive bomb me. But I don't know where they're building, because they're not, last year they built in my fern. They're not in either one of my ferns, because I just watered them last night. And I checked them and they were both bird free. So I don't know where they're building. But I'm going to have to figure it out just so I don't disturb them anymore. Yeah. Hey, get back out of there. What are you doing? Okay, someone, that's like not chicken wire, but you know, some sort of wire. Isn't that the cutest little hut we have built here? Do we have little gnomes living out here? I mean, I never noticed that there was a fence there. And then it's got that little cap over it. That's the weirdest thing. But I turned around and looked. Penny was all the way in it. But there's nothing in it. I can see all the way back. It scared me. This is the weirdest day. Okay, moving on. We're gonna move on, Penny. Yeah, last night Joan texted me and she asked if I could come help her with Rosemary, because Rosemary had some mats on her hind end and under her back legs that she could not get to. And when she tried to comb them out, Rosemary was crying. You know, because it pulls those little hairs down there. And I go over there and I carried my clippers and all that good stuff. And that dog, I mean, she's wild. She was a year old in October. And she is still, you can't hold her still. Joan was holding her close to her, but she was holding her so close that I couldn't get under there. And I was like, you need to let up a little, because I can't get to the mats to get them cut out. So she lets go a little bit, but then it's like she's trying to hold, I don't know. I don't know what to compare her to, but she's a wiggle worm times 10. Yeah. But I mean, she does take her for training, and she does good with a lot of commands, but not with this. But she's taking her to get her groomed. The last time she took her to get her groomed, they told her that they would not remove those mats, that she would have to take her to the vet. I was like, the vet? I don't understand that. They weren't like that close to the skin that they were infected, because I went over there and cut them out. I mean, I use my clippers and I get up behind them and I just shave them off, and they weren't that tight to the skin. So I don't understand that at all. But anyway, while I was there, well, I didn't know. When I got home, I realized I was missing an earring. And I didn't know until later when someone in the comments on the third video yesterday asked, "Are you only wearing one earring?" And I was like, oh, I didn't even notice. So I thought Rosemary had probably pulled it or something and it fell out. So I sent Joan a text, a frantic text, because Rosemary will eat it. And it's like these, it's the fish hook. And I was like, I've lost an earring. So she goes on this thing through the house, you know, running through the house trying to find my earring. And then she called me, or I called her because she didn't answer my text. I said, I just wanted to make sure you saw my message. And she was like, oh, I'm looking for it. I moved my arm a certain way, y'all, and that daggum earring was in my bra the whole time, and I didn't know it. Anyway, that's the end of part 1. I'll be back later. Okay, this is going to be the beginning of trying to talk too fast. This is going to be the beginning of part 2. I just heard something blowing around. No, it's not my owl. I thought it might be my owl. Well, I was hoping nothing would swoop down upon me. Swoop, there it is. Swoop, there it is. So there's one fern. This is an asparagus fern. And it's so funny because look, doesn't that look like asparagus? That's why it's called an asparagus fern. I'm winning today. I am absolutely winning. Here's the other fern. And I turned it around this way, hoping, you know, sun, and because I don't know what happened. I think that's where the birds were last year, on that side. So I turned it around anyway. And then I have this fellow that my sister gave me, and he has a hole in his butt. But I need to figure out how to post him over here. So how can I post him over here? I need a dowel. That scares me to drill a hole that big in my cap here, but put a dowel on it, and then maybe that would keep him, because he's real lightweight, and sometimes when the wind blows strong, he goes flying. Something went flying while I was in the bathroom. So I was coming to see if it was him. And then I have this owl, and then I have that owl, and the birds still come to my porch. But I don't know where they're building this time. But 2 of them came flying out at me, like right as I was stepping down the steps. But I don't see a thing. So it's not behind that flower. I don't know, but I'm going back in because it is a little bit chilly. But yeah, if y'all, what do y'all think about me posting that owl here? Could I use a dowel? Is that the best idea? I mean, if I could, nah, I don't know how to do it other than a dowel. So y'all let me know, okay? I'm going back in. I made a big pot of pinto beans yesterday, and I'm gonna mash them up and make me a dear Jesus help me, a bean burrito for lunch without the added sound effects, because I soaked my beans first. Yeah. So anyway, I'll be back. I don't know why I have shoulder and neck trouble after I've worked all day, because I mean, I try to adhere to all of the OSHA guidelines and the whatever you call that stuff, guidelines, where you have everything at the right height. You know, words don't come to me when they need to, but I try to do all that, but I don't know why I still have pain in my shoulder and my neck over here. I can't imagine what the reason would be. Do y'all see anything that would cause such an issue? She's cute though, ain't she? Could you please tell them why you need to sit in my lap while I work? I mean, maybe if she tells y'all, then I'll know. She ate her breakfast. She was a good girl. She didn't eat the treat. She just took it out back and left it, which probably means she's going to want to go out at 2 o'clock in the morning to finish it. You would never do that, would you? Would you ever do that? Huh? No, see, I would never do that. I would never do such a thing. I do love her so much. But she is so needy. Aren't you? Are you needy? Huh? Are you the neediest baby in the whole world? Mommy loves you. Mommy loves you so much. If she didn't love you, she wouldn't put up with all this. Yeah. She wouldn't try to work with her shoulder all jacked up. Yeah. It's okay. We all have days. Yeah. We all have days where we want to sit in our mommy's lap, you know? I mean, my mommy didn't like it when I sat in her lap when I was 50 years old, but, you know, that's just whatever. That's besides the point. Okay, can you get down and sit in your bed now? Huh? Are you ready to lay down and take you a little nap? I thought you would probably take a nap since you ate breakfast. Yeah. I made the best pot of pinto beans ever, y'all. I put some salt and pepper, some smoked paprika, I think it's paprika, but whatever. Some garlic powder, not salt, since I already put salt. And then I put a can of diced hot chilies in the pressure cooker, and I cooked them. Oh, and chicken broth instead of water. And I cooked them for an hour in the pressure cooker, and then I just left them in there while all the steam left and while they cooled down and all that stuff. And there's the tender, but those diced chilies, did I say that right? Yeah, they made it so yummy. Yeah, and then I mashed them up today, made them like refried beans, and put them on a little gluten-free tortilla with dairy-free cheese and dairy-free sour cream. It was delicious. Yeah. Anyway, that's the end of part 2. I'll be back later. I don't know to talk about what, but I'll be back later. Toodles. Now then, we're over here walking. It's after work. And this is the beginning of part 3. Well, I am going to insert 2 videos that I've already done today of Big Bertha and the area under my kitchen sink. And then I'm going to come back and talk some more. So I'll be back. Just ignore anything you see on the counter. Like that. And that leaf. Oh, she's not on the counter, but... Are you smoking? Huh? Did you go up to the big store and buy a pack of cigarettes? And you gonna go to the woods and smoke? I know what you're gonna do. You want to go out there and hide it, don't you? She might just go out there and eat it. She's like, are you looking? Are you looking, Mama? All right, so this is Big Bertha, okay? I don't have a banana to use for a reference. This is broken, and there's no way to put a screw in there because you can't get to it. Not that I have found. I'm sure somebody's going to say, all you do is pop that off. Well, I have tried. I have tried and tried. I took that door off and I cleaned it real good. I cleaned the glass, all that stuff. But I cannot get there to put a screw in. And I glued it, and the heat from it made it pop back off. So, you know what? It works. I just stay on that side. Well, anyway, there's Big Bertha. And let's see. Oh, well, here's a tape measure for reference, because I measured her last night. She's about 17 inches tall. And she's quite girthy. All together now. That's what she said. Big Bertha's quite girthy. So that's what makes her so difficult to find a place to hide. Ugh. Now, is this unconventional for your pots and pans? Maybe, but you know what? They all fit, and I don't have to fight to get them out. Yeah. So there you go. You got something following you, Penny. Jennifer, you got something following you, baby. Come here. Okay. I know that was all exciting about Big Bertha and where my pots and pans are located, but I show it just to see if you need an idea on where to store yours. You know what I'm saying? Well, I have some news. I don't know if I will get to post a video tomorrow. Sadly, someone in the family has passed away. It is my sister's mother-in-law. Okay, so Jenny was about 13 or 14 when she started dating who is now her husband, which means I was about 3 or 4. So I can't remember a time in my life that her mother-in-law and her husband were not in my life. I mean, I've just kind of known them forever. And she's my Justin's Mimi, and I also called her Mimi. Once Jenny had Justin, she changed from Eve to Mimi. For all of us, just about. I mean, they called Mom Grandma and Dad Grandpa, and their Papa and Mimi. So anyway, the funeral is going to be in Blue Ridge with the graveside service back here in Marietta. So I just don't know about time. If I'll get to post a video, I might get to do one short one in the morning. I don't know. I just don't know how it's going to go. My brother's going to pick me up and we'll ride up there together, and my dad, of course, will ride with us, and then he'll bring me back. But if I don't get to post a video tomorrow, you will know why. Now, I might get to post one late once I get home, but I just don't know, right? Don't look for me tomorrow. I might repost an old one. And if I get to post a new one, it'll just be a bonus, right? Right. So that's going to be the end of this video. Remember, I love you. Jesus loves you. I hope he's coming back soon, because people be crazy. And I will talk to you on the next Tracy Tries, which may or may not be tomorrow. But will definitely be Wednesday, good Lord willing. And the creek don't rise. Right, right. Toodles, my noodles. I can't do a peace sign because I got something in my hand that y'all don't want to see. And stay silly, my friends. Goodbye.